distracted for a bit. I blanked out. Now, there is some things that really benefit this show in this season. But I do have a very personal issue with the season so far, which is Cal Jacob's story arc. I cannot wait to make this a highlight because I really want to get this very perfect. At least what I have here, because I've been messing up a lot. So, because this might get this might be controversial because I know a lot of people do like the story arc for Cal Jacobs, but this is just my input on it. So, it's not really. It does. Okay, so, where do I start? Okay. So we know Cal Jacobs is really like an a-hole in the first season, and it's not that he's a major a-hole since season 1 and now he's a more sympathetic character in season 2. It is that this whole story doesn't really work for the show, and I'm going to explain. So everyone did hope we would get a character introduction in season 2 and would help explain his personality. Wow. Yes, it does give the audience a better analysis, and he basically is on his own journey, accepting himself. It does help explain the duality in other characters in the show, but that's the thing. That is the thing that I have an issue with. In this season, everybody has their own double standard, or secrets. Rue's relapse, Cat lying for her love to Ethan. Oh no, that should be Elliot. So yeah, Rue relapse, Cat lying for her feelings for Ethan and Jules romantically getting involved. The message triangle with Nate and Maddie and Cassie, and many plots that have their own duality. I just felt like the purpose of Cal's arc in this season was for that monologue to explain that double standard or double life. It's just to emphasize the idea. It just seemed like a leeway to me to get more use of screen time for the show's length, or it's just filler to make up the 8-episode mark, because both seasons have 8 episodes a season, running about an hour an episode, so they can only use so much writing to a certain extent, and also well as the cinematography. But Cal Jacobs' arc, it just seems very disjointed from the rest of the experience, and I wish that they would put other characters like Fezco or Cat. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't like Cal's arc at all, and shouldn't have never written it. This actually is my favorite arc in this season, and it does spark a conversation about sexual fluidity in people. And people who still have a double life that they cannot escape. It should be a very separate experience or story. That should not be the only reason why the show is holding up. Which I did see on Twitter. People were saying that Cassie and Cal's performances, arcs, it's the only reason the season is even good at all. To me, they could have just made Cal's story into a special, like the ones that came out in December 2020 and January 2021. It just makes more sense with Cal's story being a more different idea and experience instead of being convoluted with other plots that doesn't have to be drowned from larger story arcs. And they could have been more creative with that and able to use more smaller characters to have a bigger moment, because Cal is the only adult that's shown a lot in this series. This would just help Cal stand out on his own and not once again be the reason why this season is even interesting for many people, or it holds I just wish they use they just didn't use this as filler, because that's what it feels to me. It's just a filler, a reason to feel more script writing, cinematography, and screen time. But yeah, that's just my thought about it. And I know some people would agree with me as well. I seen some people who were just saying that they don't really care about Cal's backstory because it just isn't what's Euphoria. Euphoria is about these teenagers living through high school and trying to maneuver the world. So I'm hoping, because I know this is mostly a lot on Sam Levinson's part, because he's the one who's writing this and directing this as well. And it's just a big title to have, whether you're directing and writing for a show or a movie. But I just wish that, that we shouldn't just put other ideas that seem very separate from an original idea. But that's just my opinion. I know some people they love the story arc for what it is, and they're very grateful that it is on the show. So I'm happy for those people. But I just wish they could have just made a special for it, and probably just make sure that Eric Dane's character just shines on his own.